This is the fabulous view from the back cam. We're here, of course, just outside the village of Little Budworth. We're only 13 miles from Chester city centre, and we're celebrating the 50th anniversary of British Motorcycle Championship racing, arriving here at Oulton Park in the grounds of the old Oulton Hall. There's the crucial standings, with Brooks, Redding, Bridewell and Buchan already assured of a place in the showdown. Taron McKenzie surely creeping nearer. He just needs a couple of decent rides. Andrew Irwin is not on the starting grid, having been penalised after yesterday's faux pas, and that means that the guys just behind him will have their tails up. 1 point adrift from him is Peter Hickman, and then another 4 points back, Xavi Forés, and behind Xavi another 5 points adrift, Christian Idden. They are the guys who are going to be challenging for the showdown spot, and that's a beautiful view of the layout of this circuit. Josh Brooks is on pole position for the 44th time in his BSB career. Brad Ray in second place, having really shown his prowess yesterday once again on the build-based Suzuki. Tommy Bridewell, whose bike stopped again on the first lap of warm-up this morning, is in third place on the grid. Second row features Scott Redding, Jason O'Halloran and Danny Buchan. Row 3 headed by Christian Idden, needing those points, Glenn Irwin, his teammate, and Taron McKenzie, who will also be looking for a decent haul of points. He got 8 yesterday. If he can do that again, that will be pretty good. Ryan Vickers in 10th place after a splendid ride yesterday, ahead of Luke Mossey, still limping from that broken ankle and leg that he suffered at Cadwell Park, and Ben Curry. Behind them we've got new boy Alex Olsen, who really acquitted himself well on the Smith's BMW with Luke Stapleford and Xavi Forés, and of course back to Peter Hickman in 21st place, looking for as many points as he can possibly get. This is going to be fascinating. Both the guys that James spoke to on the BMW seem very calm and at ease with the situation. But this is a crucial race, absolutely critical. 18 laps ahead of them, race 9 of the weekend. When those lights go out, they'll kick the off button. Great start by Bradley Ray. Oh, and Stapleford stalls and manages to get going. So what at the build-based Suzuki's top and tail the field, because it's Brad Ray who's grabbed the advantage, and this time the Ducatis don't manage to get back past him on the way down into Cascades. Yeah. Great start by Scott Redding from the second row. He's right in there behind his teammate in third place. He knows that the podium credits are pretty vital to him.
Yeah, glad to see Stapleford not cause a bother there, because it can be terribly dangerous if you stall on the line.
Suzuki having ridden a very gallant contest against those Ducatis, those dominant Ducatis.
Yeah, it's always best when you win a race like that and it's a really close one and you have to fight for it, which he did.
And Brooks there, number 25, will be pretty pleased with that. 3 points rather than 1, James, to add to his 45. Sam Nico and justifying the bonkers, and that's as excited as I've ever seen Paul Bird. The Birdman absolutely thrilled with that. So BY's Ducati goes 1-2. This man Josh Brooks in second place. Scott Redding grabs the win, so he will move on to 44 points against 48 for Josh Brooks. They're going to be very close when they go to Aston in 2 weeks' time.
Exactly, they might be going into the showdown virtually tied on podium points.
Luke Stapleford just got the better of Joe Francis to nick 12th place on that final lap. 22 Jason O'Halloran had a good ride into 6th place, just lost out to Danny Buchan 3/4 of the way through. Let's check out the result then. Scott Redding takes it, and look at that, 0.06 of a second. Josh Brooks snatches from Tommy Bridewell runner-up slot. Bradley Ray's Suzuki in 4th, Danny Buchan's Kawasaki in 5th. The McCann's Yamaha of O'Halloran in 6th, 7th and 8th for the two BMW rivals going for that top 6. Christian Idden, but Peter Hickman holding the advantage after that haul through from 21st place, certainly assisted of course by the safety car. Taron McKenzie in 9th place, gets himself 7 precious points. Luke Mossey in the top 10 for OMG Racing Suzuki despite the limp. Xavi Forés 11 gets 5 points and is still not out of that top 6, ahead of Luke Stapleford. Joe Francis, terrific ride on the Lloyd & Jones Bowker Motorrad BMW. Claudio Corti in the points for Team WD-40. Glenn Irwin recovers sufficiently to just grab 15th place back and the final point from Alex Olsen, with Sam Coventry and Sean Winfield the other finishers, everybody else failing to make it to the end. Championship standings will look rather like this, with Josh Brooks still leading the way on 316 points ahead of 300 for Scott Redding. Tommy Bridewell 259, Danny Buchan 215, and then the tight-knit group with Taron McKenzie now on 166, looking very, very comfortably poised. Peter Hickman also looking good on 153, has a 7-point advantage over Irwin, Forrest and Christian Idden, getting just nudged back onto 145. O'Halloran in 10th, 11th place for Luke Mossey on 96 ahead of Bradley Ray, Dan Linfoot. Glenn Irwin just 2 points back on 72 ahead of Stapleford, Elliott, Farmer, Vickers, Barbara and Corty.
Did you enjoy that, Sam? Sick, huh? Fucking hell. Yes. That's what I was talking about. Yeah.